donate a plaque, which will go to the theater in memory or in honor of whatever, and that's explained in the program also, so we'll get into it. All right, checklist. Bathroom is assigned by the Popes. There are bathrooms out that way. We'll have refreshments over there by the picnic table. Auditions for the next play is Velvet Candle. That was the movie, remember the big Jew story? And you know that? Very sweet romantic comedy. Auditions are Monday and Tuesday night at 8 o'clock here. Just bring yourself, and there'll be some readings. You can either try out for a role, you can just watch the entertainment of people trying out, or sign up for some kind of tech role. The other thing I have to share with you is, Monday night, I get a call at 10 o'clock that one of our actors is been rushed to the hospital with a potential heart attack. This did not thrill me. One, because I care for this person. And two, because he's supposed to be in this play. And three, because I was going to have to take the role of Inspector Ernst Hessler. Panic was definitely setting in. Luckily, Ed Cantor came to my rescue and our rescue, and he will be playing the role of Inspector Ernst Hessler tonight. He got the script on Tuesday, and he is here. Stan, luckily, did not have a heart attack. He did have some kind of cardiac situation, and he's going to be fine. He's resting. He's going to be fine. So that's the story. I think that's it. Have a great time. Thank you.
I don't understand any of it.
It's not important what you do or do not understand.
These everything in the garden on the shores of the lake.
We searched the house thoroughly.
Yes, but why?
You ask a great many questions, Sophie.
I earned that right.
You're certain there's no other room or area in the chateau where anyone might hide or anything?
What thing?
One question at a time.
I've been housekeeper here for many years, and I know of no other area or room in the chateau.
They say he's afraid of gunfire.
Oh, here. Frankenstein?
No, not him.
Victor, what are you doing?
Only what tradition expects of me.
Get back.
Come on, let's give them a few minutes of sanity.
Sanity?
Do as I tell you.
No reception, no guests. Police everywhere. Not my idea of a wedding night.
Oh, Victor put me down. I'm not a friend.
Should I ring for Sophie?
What on earth for?
I thought you might want something to eat or drink.
No, nothing. Victor? Now that we are married, won't you tell me what's been troubling you? You've been so distraught. When I speak, I'm not sure you hear what I say. When I look at you, and all your thoughts are elsewhere.
Forgive me, Elizabeth, but I have so much to be forgiven for.
Victor? You don't regret marrying me?
I am afraid.
Afraid of what? Victor, you must tell me. You lived these past months with some terrible private threat. I want to bring you happiness. I'm Victor Frankenstein, wife of a brilliant young scientist. And whatever troubles you, has to trouble me. I beg you, dear, take me into the confidence. I'm so very excited.
Tonight, this very night, the man who will kill me will come through those doors.
What are you saying?
I know it sounds incredible, monstrous. All the same, it's true.
Who would want to kill you? Why?
I only ask you to remember your love when you hear my words.
Go on.
Do you remember when I returned from the university at Ingolstadt?
Of course. You were in such for help. You were also going to kill me.
I didn't want to return. I wanted to find some icy glacier to build a funeral pyre. Not for myself and for my deeds. I hadn't slept in days. My brain was on fire. I was consumed with guilt and fear, and that private dread you speak of.
Victor? Victor, are you in there? Victor? Ah, there you are.
Who are you?
Ah, the question is, how are you?
Constant. My temper is almost violent. My mood varies between deep depression and melancholy.
Come, Victor. You're away from your gloomy university. What could be more pleasant than a holiday on the shores of Lake Geneva in your own chateau.
Holiday, call a retreat, a sanctuary, anything but holiday. I appreciate your good spirits, Henry. I know you're trying to cheer me up. Can't be much fun for anyone having me a fault like this.
You're a slight breakdown, that's all. Understandable considering the way you drive yourself. You know, for a young man, you take life far too seriously.
Life is serious. What man does with life even more so.
Ah, have it your own way, but you don't have to be so pompous. Francis will cheer you up. It's a new thesis in biochemistry.
But that's your field, not mine.
Ah, but this is why Alberta's matters. Natural philosophy and chemical persuasion. It's an excellent book. You haven't read it. You haven't read it already? You haven't already bought it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, good.
Funny you should bring up his name. I'm just finishing a letter to him. I'm informing him that I do not intend to return to Ingolstadt.
You mean until you regain your health?
I need never.
Victor, is this about your brother?
I confess that William's murder is not a thing I accept easily. To live less than 10 years when life holds out so much promise, and die at the hands of an unknown killer seems to be the height of cosmic cruelty.
Cosmic cruelty? The lad was murdered over an expensive gold cross, obviously by a thief of the lowest kind. Vicious and unfeeling, a monster.
Victor, may I come in?
It's my mother. Please don't make any mention of William. She holds up extremely well.
I understand.
One moment, Mother. I'll lock the door.
Ah, Henry, how wonderful that you're here.
Frau Frankenstein, always a pleasure.
I can't tell you what your visits mean to Victor. You, his best friend, have never deserted you.
Boys together, friends together, comrades always.
Did you hear that, Victor?
I've never doubted Henry's friendship, as I trust he will never doubt mine.
Oh, if you could only persuade him to get out and around.
My son does nothing but lock himself here in the study, as if the sound of another human voice was more than he could bear.
You exaggerate, Mother.
Oh, no, Victor, I do not. He never sleeps. Sophie is at her wit's end trying to think of something that will tease his appetite. Elizabeth has become his devoted nurse, although I'm afraid my son is a very bad patient. I do worry about you. The doctor said
The doctor!
You shouldn't scoff like that, Victor. You're a scientific man yourself.
There's a world of difference, Mother, between a doctor and a scientific man.
Well, if there is, I'm not aware of it. I only meant that you shouldn't insult him by your indifference. He has your best interest at heart. You know you can't go on the way you have. You must eat, rest.
Stop it, Mother!
And where is Elizabeth this fine evening?
Well, she went to the flower market. I believe she could live her life there. But she was that way even as a child. She could tell you the name of any flower that grew. Victor could pull a flower apart and tell you exactly what was inside of it and what made it grow.
Now, some would find that an ideal combination. The pragmatic and the romantic.
Yes, Henry, that's good. That's very good indeed.
I'm sorry to disturb you, Frau Frankenstein.
What is it, Sophie?
It's Ernst Hester.
I'll see him outside.
No, Victor. Show him in here, Sophie.
Perhaps I should leave.
No, nonsense. It's probably something quite routine about the investigation.
I don't think you should see him. You know how upset he'll get.
Victor, it is you who gets upset.
Inspector General Hessler.
I'm sorry to intrude, Frau Frankenstein.
Oh, you are always welcome in my home, Ernst. You know Henry, of course, our neighbor.
Very well. Victor?
You'll stay for tea.
I'm afraid not.
Then this is a professional visit.
Yes.
Something about William's murder? You may speak freely in front of Henry. He's a very dear and trusted friend of the family.
As you wish. We have William's cross.
Oh, my God.
Who had it?
A girl by the name of Justine tried to sell it in Geneva. Fortunately for her, the buyer was one of our informants.
A girl.
Oh, a bad sort. Travels with horse trailers, horse dealers, and gypsies. Her kind would cut a throat for a tablespoon.
Oh, please.
Oh, forgive me, a poor choice of words.
There can be no mistake.
There were encamped on the lake shore the day of William's murder. We know your brother visited the camp. He was seen there. It's a popular spot with local boys. The girl was seen talking to him, admiring the cross at his neck. The night of the murder, gypsies broke camp and moved on.
Certainly this is not enough to prove the girl guilty.
She's a bad record. We have her on file.
She has confessed.
Rob, she denies any knowledge of the crime.
Well, if that is so, how can you be so positive?
Because of the absurd story she made up to cover her deed.
What story?
Man gave her the cross.
And what's so absurd about that?
No, but this was no ordinary mortal. He was a large and stitched together like a rag doll. She had the impudence to offer that myth to me. I thought I'd heard them all. But a large man stitched together, that beats that was a new one.
No!
Victor, are you all right?
Why did you have to bring this news?
It's my duty. I assure you, Victor, I had no idea to accept you in this manner.
My son has been under a doctor's care. He's not himself at all. Please forgive him.
Get out! Get out, I said! Get a hold of yourself!
I'll see you to the door.
Thank you, Brother. Brother Frankenstein.
Tell me, Ernest, might I have the cross?
I'm afraid not. Evidence.
Oh, I understand.
The case is closed. I'll see to it that it is returned.
Was that really necessary? If you continue on this way, there's nothing ahead but disaster. You've got to take the doctor's advice.
Did you believe him?
Doctor?
No, not the doctor. Ernst. What he said about that girl's story.
I have no reason not to believe him.
Stitched together like a rag doll.
Oh, she was lying.
Was she?
A simple lie, nothing more.
I assure you, even simplicity can turn into something twisted and evil. Today's exhilaration can fade quickly into tomorrow's grief.
Victor, can't you say a single sentence without decorating it in crepe?
The girl was not lying.
Oh, be reasonable.
Don't patronize me. I tell you, the girl spoke the truth.
I will not stand here and listen to this plan.
Mary, if our friendship means anything at all, I ask, I plead with you instead.
On one condition.
What is that?
The Victor Frankenstein that left this chateau for the university and returned here, a sanctuary, as you call it, is not the same man. Something happened to him on the way, and I want to know what it is. And unless you're prepared to tell me of your affliction...
Yes. I intend to. I want to. I must. You are my last hope. What I'm going to tell you is going to chill the marrow of your mortal bones.
Let me be the judge of whether or not my mortal bones will freeze.
If I appear unsettled and half-mad, there is a reason.
If you're referring to Ernst's visit, I can only comment that it is unjust to blame the messenger for the message.
You think that's why I cried out?
What else am I to think?
The secret of my hunger lies here, in these documents and papers. The recorded crimes of Victor Frankenstein. You think that whatever happened began at the university. You are wrong. It began behind that laboratory door. As a boy, science and biology consumed me, as it did you, far more than the fever that now plagues my brain. I was more advanced in my studies than even you realized. The university merely stimulated me to press on into the secret that has baffled men from the moment they first sucked breath.
What secret?
I often ask myself, from where did the principle of life proceed?
Ah, a bold question!
Yet we are always on the brink of discovering something new, strange, and bold. Our cowardice and carelessness defeat us. We restrain our inquiries in fear of what we might discover. We fear the unknown, but love to embrace it. I had one passion, and only one, to examine the causes of life. And to do that, first I had to have recourse to death. I became acquainted with the science of anatomy in a way that was zealous, accelerated. I observed the natural decay and corruption of the human body.
In the dissecting room of the university.
No, I do not mean the dissecting room of the university.
Then what do you mean?
I mean that the charnel house became my haunt. I lived with the stench of decay in my nostrils. A church graveyard was not a holy place to me. It was instead only the receptacle of bodies deprived of life.
I don't believe you. You were a fool.
I saw how the fine form of man was degraded and wasted. I beheld the corruption of death and studied until my senses no longer knew the hour, the day, the week. Finally, in the midst of my darkness, a sudden light broke in upon me. A light so brilliant and wondrous, yet so simple. While I became dizzy with the prospect of success, I was surprised that among so many men of genius, that I alone, Victor Frankenstein, should be reserved to discover so astonishing a secret.
That again?
I asked for your friendship, not your status.
You have both. Go on.
The stages of discovery were distinct and probable. Others could have discovered what I did. Outburst values for one. But brilliant minds must match their gifts with boldness and imagination, not be earthbound by the improbable. After days and nights of incredible labor and fatigue, I succeeded in discovering the causes of generation and life. I was capable of instilling animation upon lifeless matter.
That's not possible, Victor.
You think not? Then you two are earthbound. Would you like another drink? And I found so astonishing a power placed within my hands. I hesitated a long time before I decided how to employ it.
Oh, and how did you employ it?
I began the creation of a human being.
You did what?
In a solitary chamber at the top of my rooming house, I kept a workshop of filthy creation.
How could you create another human being?
With considerable dedication and a strong stomach. The city morgue and the charity hospital furnished my materials. From one, I stole a hand. From another, I purchased a leg. On dark nights, the graveyard proved productive in direct proportion to the energy I was willing to expend in opening a grave.
I've heard quite enough. That's quite enough, Victor.
I became nervous to a painful degree. The fall of leaves startled me, and I shunned everyone as far more guilty of a crime. I collected the instruments of life around my table, and when I finished, I fell asleep across my couch, troubled by my dreams.
I should have hope so. And that was the end of your experiment?
If only it could have been. I dreamed I saw the grave worms crawling in the folds of my father's funeral shroud. I startled from my sleep in horror, and I beheld the life that I created with these hands staring down upon me. One hand outstretched as the creature were a glorious name. There.
I know what you were told.
You still don't understand.
What am I to understand?
Ernst, William's murder, the gypsy girl, St. Henry Dent. But this man was no ordinary mortal. He was large and stitched together like a rag doll. It was he, my creature, made from the bits and pieces of other men who murdered little William. Don't you understand? He's followed me. He's followed me here to Geneva.
But if illness is possible, then why would he kill William? Why would he hate you? What? No, it's too possible.
You must listen.
I have heard quite enough.
I'm not mad.
You will be if you continue on this way.
Henry, I ask for your help. Do not desert me. Henry! The devil! Murderer! What? You still doubt me? See for yourself. Stitched together like a demon from hell. Here before you stands the proof of my infamy.
God help you, Victor. God help us all.
Frankenstein, help me.
To the best of your knowledge, you had no adverse side reaction to the anesthetic?
No,
No paralysis of any kind?
no.
would like to test the strength of your grip. Say that the end result is cosmetically unsatisfactory, and there is a definite tendency toward hyperthyroidism. But in all other circumstances, you are remarkable. I would have thought that if such an experiment succeeded, the end result would have been a chronic invalid. I was wrong for having Victor.
That all I am?
How do you?
An experiment?
Oh, you're far more than that, my strange friend. You are living proof that worn-out parts can be replaced. You offer hope with the extended lifespan.
I am a monster, a living thing that is dead. I am alone, lonely. All men shun Frankenstein's creation.
And why shouldn't they, murderer?
Did you sleep at all?
Never seen. Not anymore. All we do is dream of horrors.
This is no horror. Whatever your technique, you have opened up a special field of surgical study.
If one is a sadistic vivisectionist,
He has the power of locomotion, complete mastery of speech, reasoning, deduction. His parts will never wear out.
a living machine.
If you will.
Beware, Henry. The excitement in your voice betrays you. You've caught my fever.
No extra fingers, no missing cartilage. The blood pulsates through his veins as it does through yours and mine.
What a dead man.
This is no monster. You've engineered a finely tuned machine powered by an intricate network of muscles and tendons. Well, the grafting is amateurish, repulsive, but it suffices.
You've forgotten something.
I should wonder.
Ever since the hideous thing that has come to kill me,
That is no longer true.
I curse the day I gave you life.
I expected this reception. All men hate the wretched. How I must be hated then. I am miserable beyond all living things. I did not always hate you, Victor Frankenstein. The night you brought me to life, I rushed from your room, believing that the world would welcome me. I thought myself no different than others. I watched you sleeping and saw no great dissimilarity between us.
That is disgusting.
No, it isn't. You created him. There is no reason for him to think that you and he are not both of a kind.
Both of a kind.
I am one of no kind, an outcast. Wherever I showed myself, people ran in terror, repulsion. I had no friend. In the winter, I froze, sleeping in the hills. In the summer, I hid in the woods.
Were you harmed in any way, physically?
Hunters came into the woods, searching for game. I had never seen a gun or heard it sound. It frightened me, and I ran. They followed after. Great pain tore into me. And I saw my own blood for the first time. It sickened me.
He felt pain. He knows fear.
As I do. As you should. Go from this house. Leave me.
Have I not suffered enough? Now you seek to increase my misery?
Is that why you sought me out? That you come here for a hiding place? Is that why you murdered a defenseless little boy?
I did not murder him. You did, Frankenstein.
You dare say that to me?
Creature such as I must dare. I saw a child coming toward me. Suddenly, as I gazed on him, an idea seized me that this little creature had lived too short a time to understand the horror of deformity. If I could educate him, for others imparted their prejudice, I should not be so desolate on this people earth. I would not be alone. For of all curses, that is the one I loathe above all others.
But why murder?
I had no such intention. At first, I seized him as he passed. As soon as he beheld my form, he placed his hands before his eyes and uttered a shrill cry. "Let me go," he screamed. "Monster, ugly wretch, Let me go, or I will tell Victor. He will punish you. Victor Frankenstein, my brother, will punish you.
Poor William.
I swell with hellish triumph. I thought I, too, can create desolation. My enemy is not invulnerable. This death will carry despair to him, and 1,000 other miseries shall torment and destroy him. Frankenstein will suffer as I have suffered. Have you suffered, Frankenstein?
More than I would have thought possible.
And I am satisfied. You have created me, but your work is not finished.
It is finished.
You have created me. You must destroy me.
What? We are in accord. At last.
Then you'll do it.
Yes!
When?
Tonight! Protest! We can't risk having you seen. You'll be safe in there until I'm ready. Oh, make no sound.
Remember this. My agony is greater than yours.
No one ever goes in there. They will be safe.
Victor, you cannot be serious about your request.
But I am. You have brought me my salvation.
But it would be murder.
You cannot murder or walk in inventory and borrow human parts.
That's absurd and you know it.
Call it anything you like. Execution, a balancing of the scales, retribution, if you will. Anything but murder. There's blood on my hands for having created him.
And you think that you can just, by killing him, you can just wash the blood away? Is that it?
He's my only hope.
And I appeal to you as a man of science. I do not speak to you now as a friend, but rather one who is dedicated to pushing back the barriers of ignorance.
Ha! Barriers? I crumbled one barrier and look at the result.
I have looked, and what I have seen is both miraculous and marvelous. This creature is not at fault. He is an innocent, thrust into a world that has no comfortable place for the unordinary. He had every right to express kindness and understanding, and found that mankind itself is very often monstrous.
There's nothing you can say that I haven't said to myself 100 times. Here, look into the face of William. You speak of an innocent. There is your innocent.
My other project is said to be reasonable. I am speaking to your intellect, not your emotion.
Damn your intellect.
And damn your emotion!
Victor! Victor!
Say nothing of this to anyone.
For the time being.
Return this evening. I'll need your assistance.
Victor!
One moment, Mother.
I shan't hear another word. You will not come to the breakfast table. You shall eat in the study. Henry, here so early?
I'm afraid I never left.
I was counting on you to help Victor rest, and look at this. It's as if you were boys again. Up all night with your studies and your vile-smelling test tube. You'll stay for breakfast.
I'm afraid sleep at the moment is more appealing than nourishing.
I shall be angry with you if you encourage Victor in any work. It would be quite destructive.
I agree with you. If you'll excuse me, it's a lovely day outside, and I think I'll enjoy the walk home. I have a great deal to think about. Until later, Victor, Bob Frankenstein.
Oh, if you could only see your eyes. I can count every tiny vein.
Mother, I would like to be alone.
No, Victor, I have given in to your whims and ways far too often. Elizabeth is taking you into the city this morning. She has shopping to do.
You think that interests me, the shopping?
No, I'm sure the shopping will bore you, but Elizabeth's company will be pleasant, won't it? Oh, Sophie, good. Good, put it here.
I am not hungry.
I am going to insist that you allow Sophie in here to clean.
I haven't been in here for so long, dear Frankenstein. Everything is covered with dust. It's not healthy to breathe dust.
Is that your medical opinion?
There is no need to be rude.
Mother, I have asked that you respect my wishes, and do not enter unless the door is unlocked.
You allow Henry to come and go at will to the garden.
That is another matter.
Neither Sophie, Elizabeth, nor I have ever bothered you about your laboratory, although at times the smells have been unbearable. However, other people do come into the study. You're not being fair. Let Sophie clean.
If only all matters could be reduced to such elements, to go shopping, to eat a breakfast, to clean a room.
Sophie has a surprise for you.
Strawberries here, Frankenstein, the first of the season.
Give me the strawberries, Sophie. Eat the strawberries. Do you find that so amusing?
Oh, Mother, you're so good, so comforting. Strawberries. Strawberries.
I'm sorry I wasn't here a moment earlier. I like a good joke as well as the hair.
Oh, not that at all. It's just that I was struck by the incongruity of my dark moods and my mother's dish of strawberries.
Oh, they're perfectly good strawberries, sir. The man who sold them to me is quite reliable. I've never had any complaints about his produce.
I'm sure you haven't.
Delicious.
Come along, Sophie. Let's leave them alone. And you will let Sophie in here to clean.
Yes, yes.
When, dear?
Soon. Soon.
I put the buffets on the tray myself. You see how it's the palace?
No, what is the flower?
There isn't any. Only wanted to see you.
I have a sensitive heaven.
I understand. No one here but solicitous women who would smother you with trivialities and fresh strawberries.
Some men would find that an enviable condition.
I can't make up my mind about this, Dale. I thought we might return to the shop and see what else they had.
Now, some men.
Victor, listen to me. I don't pretend I'm not struck by your strange moods of temperament. You're different from other men, true. Maybe that's the very quality that attracts me. We've grown up together and I've always loved you. I don't know what troubles you, the complex and difficult. I'm not blind to that. But Victor, don't close your heart to me. Don't keep your love from me.
Oh, be honest.
I want to help you in life. I want to be with you. We were companions as children, and we will be companions now. Only closer, here.
When you read to me and cook for me and comfort me when I'm alone and others might turn against me.
Don't make light of such things, Victor. They count for something, and I will do all those things for you, man.
Your wife is true. What?
Let me be wonderful for you, Victor. I've never loved anyone else, and I never shall. You will never be alone, I promise you.
Okay. Listen.
Come along now. We have the whole morning together. We will visit the flower market.
My dark moods will soon be at an end. I promise you that, Elizabeth. Yes, by all means, the flower market. severing an arm, a leg, complete reversal of transplantation. Spinal column compressed. No attempt to minimize loss of blood in brain tissue.
Frankenstein.
It won't be long now. You shall have your wish. I'm waiting for Henry. I'll need his assistance.
How will you do it?
I put you together piece by piece. Your whole anatomical structure is a patchwork of transplanted blood vessels, tissues, and bones. I should simply reverse the process. You will cease to exist piece by piece. Oh, you needn't worry. I'll attack the brain first. You'll feel nothing.
And the pieces.
The disposal of the pieces is not the concern of surgery. Still, if you must know.
Yes. Tell me.
Several options. Quicklime, acid, very.
None of those, Frankenstein.
You had something else in mind?
They will live.
No, you will not live. Once the surgery is finished, you will be erased from this earth.
I will live, Frankenstein.
What the devil do you mean?
I have a passion, which you alone can gratify.
I vow to grant your request. Tonight your agony ends, and my life starts anew.
No, Frankenstein. My life begins anew.
What are you saying?
We will not part until you grant me my wish.
You wish for more than death?
Yes, more than death. Life. This time not for me, but for another.
Another?
I am alone and miserable.
And that misery.
Men will not associate with me. But one as deformed and horrible as myself would not deny herself to me. My companion must be of the same species and have the same defects as I.
And no such creature exists.
You must create her.
I thought you sought oblivion.
What I ask of you is reasonable and modest.
Reasonable!
I demand one of another sex, but as hideous as myself. I demand a bride of Frankenstein's creature. If you consent, neither you nor any other human being shall ever see us again.
I won't listen.
You must create a female for me, with whom I can live in companionship. This you alone can do, and I demand it of you as a right which you must not refuse. Do not incite my anger.
I do not fear your anger. No torture shall ever extort a consent from me.
What I ask so difficult.
For me, it is an impossibility. You ask that I create another like yourself.
I do.
Two whose joint wickedness might desolate the world.
You will harm no living thing.
How did you come by such a preposterous idea?
By listening, one who loves you.
So you were listening at the door when I spoke with Elizabeth.
The word, the gentle.
I have agreed to give you death by the hands that were responsible for giving you life. Beyond that, I owe you nothing.
Reconsider.
Never.
You are wrong. Instead of threatening, I am content to reason with you.
You are malicious.
I am malicious because I am miserable. You, my creator, tear me to pieces in triumph. Remember that. And tell me why I should pity man more than he pities me. Shall I respect man when he condemns me? Let him live with the interchange of kindness. Instead of injury, I bestow every benefit upon him. Tears of gratitude at his acceptance. Why cannot that be, Frankenstein?
Human sensibilities forbid it.
Do as I ask. If I cannot inspire, I will cause fear. Chiefly toward you, my enemy. I will revenge my injuries. Have a care. I will work at your destruction so that you shall curse the hour of your birth.
There, your true nature, threatening, dangerous, wicked. Your bride would be a monster too.
It is true, we shall be monsters, cut off from all the world. But on that account, we shall be more attached to one another.
What happiness could there be in your lives?
Our lives will not be happy. but they will be harmless and free from the misery I now feel. My Creator, let me feel gratitude towards you for one benefit. Let me see that I excite the sympathy of some existing thing. Do not deny me my request. I do not ask of you, Frankenstein. I beg of you.
There is some justice in your argument.
We will go to the forest or some jungle. My food is not that of man. I do not destroy the animals to glut my appetite. Acorns and berries will sustain us.
The noble savage.
Do not mock me.
Do not tempt me.
We shall make our bed. Dry leaves. Sun shine on us, on man. Pitiless you have been towards me, and now see compassion in your eyes.
Why did you have to return?
I swear to you, by the earth which I inhabit, by you that made me, that with the companion you bestow, I would leave the neighborhood of man forever.
You say that now, but what guarantee have I that you would not return more demanding, stronger than ever before?
With another such as I, my evil passions and anger will have fled,
Because you will have a bride.
because I will have sympathy.
Forgive me for having created you.
It is too late for forgiveness. Grant me my wish. My life will flow quietly away. In my dying moments, when that time comes, I shall not curse my Maker.
As your maker, perhaps I do owe you some measure of happiness.
We shall be things of whose existence everyone will be ignorant. Love of another will destroy the cause of my crimes. Pity me, Frankenstein. Pity me.
I am here as you requested, only to dissuade you.
Always the man of science, right, Henry?
In this matter, yes.
You could never be as persuasive as my creature.
You look distant. What do you think?
Paradise Lost.
Paradise?
The words of Milton. Did I request thee, Maker, from my clay, to mold me man? Did I solicit thee from darkness to promote me?
You created him, Victor, and now you want to destroy him.
The creature has had second thoughts.
What do you mean?
If death is no longer to be its destination.
He wants to live.
More than that.
Well, surely that's enough.
You don't understand.
I'm trying to.
He asks, did I create a bride? Yes, a bride. A companion to share his wretched loneliness.
He's more human than I realized. It's unthinkable.
Oh, so now Henry Clerval has had second thoughts. Yet it was Henry Clerval who sought to dissuade me.
Dissuade you from destroying what was already in existence. I could not condone murder in any form, but the creation of a second creature is a whole other matter.
Test your fire, Henry. Now put your scientific zeal to the crucible. You have marveled at my genius. You have been swept out of this bold experiment.
For what the experiment offered.
I cannot do it alone. A second time would be impossible. I must know it. Creatures promise to take a little part from man, quietly, without maliciousness.
And if you refuse...
The creature will be a hound of hell. I will be its prey. Let us give the creature what it asks. Henry, I can't destroy it now. Its appeal was too sincere, springing from its cursed heart.
I don't know.
I can compensate for the wickedness of the first by the creation of a gentler second. Perhaps. Help me, Henry. If not for the creature's wish, if for the experiment itself. You were amazed, fascinated. You alone among all others will see how this miracle is accomplished. You can turn your back on that.
If I were to agree, when would we start?
What better time than tonight? Are you not dedicated, Henry, to turning back the barriers of ignorance?
Where are you going?
Where else? The church graveyard.
The graveyard?
It will be my warehouse of spare parts, my absolution, my salvation. I offer you a glimpse of the eternal, but choice is yours.
I accept.
Splendid. Shovels from the greenhouse. Come on, Henry, let's go. Yeah.
Not too late, am
I expected you an hour ago.
I? Sorry, couldn't be late. Any difficulties?
Now, we already know. We'll need to increase the voltage.
How's he behaving?
More like an expectant father than an expectant groom.
Understandable.
He just sits in the corner of the laboratory like a huge whipped dog, watching. If I touch his flesh, his eyes flick to the spot. Notice that. If I rewire the apparatus, he takes careful note of how it's done.
Testimony to your extraordinary skill.
Testimony to his craftiness. You noticed his gift of mimicry. Oh, he watches you too, Henry. A little while ago, I noticed he was unusually quiet.
And
He was studying your notes.
my note?
I think it would be wise if you devised some code of.
Yes, I said.
It's both touching and horrible to watch him. Whenever I enter the laboratory, he's found the surgical table.
He never touches it.
He knows every molecule of his bride to be. I entered unobserved earlier and found him talking to the incomplete thing.
He's never given me a bit of trouble. Obviously, he looks at me as some sort of apprentice and nothing more.
Don't be too sure. You've been his champion. He's not likely to forget that.
Victor, I wonder where we would be at this point in our lives if the creature you had created had been, say, beautiful instead of ugly.
Don't mistake me for some kind of moral idiot.
Oh, you know I don't.
These speculations of that sort to philosophy. I don't want you to mistake my full motives. I thought at one time a new species would bless me as its creator and source, and that many excellent natures would owe their being to me.
In one case, at least, that is true.
That monster explorer is nowhere near excellence.
His body may present different problems.
These experiments with the second creature intrigue me.
Oh, you know they do. Why do you ask?
You feel no animosity toward him.
None, and none toward his bride.
Because you're a scientist. What else? You wear your badge of scientific inquiry like a coat of arms. Take care it doesn't pierce.
I leave gloomy speculation to you, Victor. You are a master.
I suppose. Still, I can't forget easily. When I first saw his terrible eyes staring down upon me in my sleep, I knew I had fallen from the autonomy of a supreme artificer to what? The terror of a child of earth.
It's your responsibility, Victor. Accept that.
I ran from my responsibility once.
Surely you won't do it a second time. We've come too far for such thoughts. I believe him. He says what he wants. He knows what he wants. And he'll never harm another human being.
I wish I could share your belief, Henry. After all, as you would call murderer, believe, vicious and unfeeling, a monster.
Much too early for intellectual exercises. Unlike you, I look at the birth of this additional creature from a practical viewpoint.
What could be more impractical than building a wife for a monster that shouldn't exist in the first place?
Oh, perhaps you'll cheer up when you see what I brought. You don't give yourself enough credit. The safety methods of future surgery that I've learned by your side will save thousands of people. There is a long list of diseases of vital organs for which a transplant would be curative.
I marvel at your ability to find merit in this exercise.
And I marvel at your constant vacillation, your self-induced depression. You love this creature and you hate him. You've made a bargain, Victor. Stick to it.
What have you there?
We'll see. We'll see. Imagine being able to replace a worn-out lung with a new, vital, functioning one.
In other words, my evil shall henceforth become my good.
Think of yourself less of a Marge and more of a humanitarian.
Oh, where'd you get this one?
The morgue. None of the hands so far have been satisfactory.
Oh, they were satisfactory, but they weren't fresh. All aspects are essential.
Yes, I know. This will do nicely, I think.
Okay, now.
Here you go.
Maybe. Can't be positive. The hands from the graveyard all showed signs of congenital defects. You must give her hands where the skin, tendons, muscles, blood vessels, and nerves are capable of sustaining sensation and accomplishing motion. She could have been dead for long. Good. Good.
She was young. A derelict.
Any questions?
The more keeper got his price.
I want to test her elasticity.
Victor.
I want you to stay out of sight.
How much longer?
All in good time.
When?
When I decide the time is right.
Will you neighbor or will he?
He can call her whatever he'd like.
You must hurry.
Must. Is that a word you use to your creator?
Remember, Frankenstein, I am your creature. I ought to be your Adam.
I see you more as a fallen angel.
We are doing as you requested.
What more can you want?
Haste.
Victor!
The
Victor!
morning comes so quickly. Stay back, out of sight, be quiet.
Haste.
I'll run for test.
Oh, okay. What? Here. Oh.
Okay.
One moment, Mother. I'll be right there. I'm coming, Mother. Hold your horses.
Why you should prefer to sleep on the couch is something I'll never understand.
The couch is comfortable.
I don't know why I should even bother to be concerned. You ignore my advice in all things.
I'm preoccupied. Is that so difficult to understand?
I thought you returned from Ingolstadt because you were exhausted.
I was.
And now?
I'm still exhausted, but the exhaustion is of a different sort.
Oh, what rubbish. What is that supposed to mean? Exhaustion is of a different sort.
Mother, I must ask that you leave me to my work.
And what is that work, Victor?
Why do you ask?
Can't I be curious? You're curious and cautious. You always seem to fear someone will discover a secret about you.
Nonsense.
Delivery men at the door day and night with boxes of who knows what. Henry Koppel creeping through the garden at all hours. You think I haven't worried about it all? The sounds, the lights. What do you hide behind this door, Victor?
Nothing that could possibly interest you.
Well, let me be the judge.
No!
What is it? There is something very wrong. Whatever it is you're up to, Victor, it frightens me.
It's nothing to be concerned about. You know how I am about my work.
I worry about you. You are the man of this household, Victor, but I can feel you moving farther and farther away from me. I don't speak much of your brother. I try not to. It was a terrible sorrow when your father died, but I had William, and I had my Victor. And cruelty, William was taken from me. You are the only flesh and blood I have left. Take care not to break my heart. After William, I couldn't stand losing you.
Sort of hurt me cost you.
You act so unsettled, so angry. Elizabeth worries too. She's in love with you. Why do you not marry her?
I love Elizabeth tenderly and sincerely.
Then prove it. Why do you delay?
I've never known anyone who's excited my warmest admirations and affections as Elizabeth does.
Oh, one might say the same thing about a piece of porcelain.
I mean my words.
I confess, my son, that I have always looked forward to your marriage. It would give me strength in my declining years.
Declining years. You're still a young woman.
You and Elizabeth were attached to one another from your earliest childhood. You studied together, and you always seemed suited to one another.
What is it you're trying to say?
I fear, perhaps, that you regard her as a sister, without any wish that she might become your wife. There. That is what I fear. That and whatever lies behind that laboratory door. Perhaps you may have met another whom you love. Perhaps you consider yourself bound in honor to marry Elizabeth, and this brings you pain.
I vow to you, my future hopes are entirely bound up with Elizabeth.
If you feel this way about her, marry her quickly. And this sullenness which appears to have taken so strong a hold of your mind will dissipate itself.
Victor? Victor? You won't do it all. He just bruises too easily. Oh, from Frankenstein.
What do you have in that wrapping paper?
An experiment.
With bruises.
It's of little interest. Oh, yeah, give me a try.
I think it might be best if we went into town together. We might exchange it for something more suitable.
What a good idea.
If you're going shopping, take Elizabeth with you. She'd enjoy the walk.
This is not a shopping trip, at least not the type that Elizabeth would appreciate.
You say so.
Trust me.
I will try.
Thank you, Mary. Then we're off.
Will you be back for lunch?
It depends on our trip to town.
You know you're the despair of Sophie.
And of you, and of Elizabeth, and Henry, and myself, but soon all that shall pass.
Oh, I pray for it.
Remember, trust me.
Enjoy the day. Many years ago, I entered that room and I was met by a small army of leaping frogs, and then there were some peculiar furry things in cages. I've never been back.
That does sound like Victor. Even little William thought him unique.
Oh, I understand. I understand. It happens to me all the time, when I'm alone mostly. Oh, Sophie, good. Be kind enough to go into the cellar. Cellar? Yes, my husband's carpentry table. You'll find an old white metal tin there. Bring it here.
Yes, Frau Frankenstein.
She doesn't like to go down there. She's afraid of spiders.
I share her phobia.
Elizabeth, you know my feelings towards you. When my late husband and I took you into our home, you were a beautiful child, abandoned, unloved.
No, not unloved.
And there is no doubt in my mind that you love Victor.
Not in my mind.
You're good, you're gentle, you're understanding.
You make such bitches sound like I do.
Oh, I don't mean to. Only I think there is a great danger in being sisterly.
You think Victor
more aggressive with him. Unlike most women, you will have to compete with science. And with a man like Victor, science can be a formidable rival.
If my rival is to be science, I feel I always come in second best.
You understand him, as I do. But understanding Victor is not enough. Set your mind to your marriage and let nothing stop you. Don't wait for Victor to see his folly. Marry him. That is the only way. Quick, decisive, total victory.
You should have been a matchmaker.
That is exactly what I'm trying to be. Your marriage to my son will be my happiest moment. Go after him. Run if you have to. If they suggest you're intruding, then intrude. Hurry, they couldn't have gotten far.
But Victor will want to be about his business.
Make his business you, Elizabeth. Do as I say.
But I've never forced myself on Victor.
Exactly. Remember, quick, decisive,
Total victory.
bravo.
Is this what you want?
Yes.
Awfully dusty.
Close the door to the garden and draw the drapes.
The delivery men were here again. There's a package in the hallway addressed to your son.
Who is it from?
Some chemical shop in Zurich. I think it's glass tubing.
You can go now. I'll call you if I need you for anything.
You all right, Frank?
Yes, yes. Do as I say. Just go about your business and close the hallway door on your way out.
And you no harm? No harm? Forgive the creature.
hear?
Yes, I heard her cry out for me. And when I came into the room, but she was sprawled out on the floor with her hands over her heart, and the face the color of ash.
I was unaware that she had a weak heart.
You always anything else. That was her way. She never was a complainer.
Spine like whale bone. She held up like a Prussian during that awful business with little William.
In front of people, yes. She cried herself to sleep many nights ago.
The attack came on suddenly, didn't it?
I went to the cellar to get the box.
Keys?
Yes, she wanted them for something. I found them right here on the floor.
And what became of them?
I don't know. Frankenstein took them, I think.
It's been a strange time. Would you believe there are ghouls that are at work?
Oh, what kind of fool?
How many kinds are there? Several graves have been robbed recently.
How horrible. Stealing jewelry, I suppose.
That I could understand, but no. Ghouls didn't take any jewelry. At least this time.
Well, what did they take?
A hand.
Oh,
Now imagine Victor's mother dead. Are you all right?
I will be, I think.
Never meant it. If my story will upset you,
Dear Frankenstein was very sick in word in 2 days. And he worked so hard. He and Sarah survived.
words?
The laboratory.
What was their project?
Well, I wouldn't know. No one has committed it here. That's the one room in the chateau that belongs to Victor Frankenstein alone. I don't know how they managed to get all that machinery.
Machinery? What kind of machinery?
Wires and rods and electrical loads. I don't know much about such matters.
And you say that he was secretive about what he was doing?
Yes, that's his way. Why, when he gets involved in his work, well, he's like a machine himself.
And the visitors tell. The door is locked from the outside.
He refuses to take care of himself. Almost nothing.
When I last saw him, I had the impression that he was on the verge of collapse. He seemed exhausted.
That hasn't changed, I'm afraid.
Did a season for Victor Frankenstein. His brother murdered, his mother taken so suddenly. You know, Sophie, I was very fond of Victor's mother. She was a fine woman.
Yes, sir.
You here, Inspector General?
Allow me to extend my deepest sympathy to you, Caroline, and to you, Victor.
Thank you, Marge.
So when did you?
Please be Sophie. You're all chilled. So dark. So cold out.
I'll make some biscuits, too.
You might take the umbrellas to the kitchen and dry them. Your mother never liked to dry them onto the hallway.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. I can't believe she's gone. I can't.
None of us can. Pull yourself together and go off to the beach.
Yes, Fräulein. She won't be long.
He's taking it hard. Sophie was so devoted. I know what she feels. I get used to the idea myself. It doesn't seem possible. But I believe it. I can't understand it. The life is vibrant one moment and gone the next.
Sudden heart failure, not uncommon.
I leave the medical reasons to you, Henry. It's a comfort there for me. To always remember her as the dearest and kindest woman I've ever known.
I'll need your strength, Elizabeth.
You shall have it. The memory of your mother's mistake.
This is most kind of you, Marge, to stop by.
Actually, I'm here for 2 reasons. First, you know, sympathy.
Yes.
Second,
Well,
the girl,
what girl?
Justine.
You don't mean the gypsy girl.
I do.
What about her?
Ordinarily, I refused her request. But since we were transporting her to prison, I had a wagon coming by this way. I thought
You thought what?
she begs to speak with you, Victor. I agreed. Her hanging scheduled within a week. The last request, you might say.
You want me to see her in here?
That's absurd and outrageous.
You could come to the prison if you prefer. However, it's a forbidding place. I thought this would be more convenient.
Perhaps he does not wish to have the girl in his home or to visit her in prison. You bring this girl here on her request on this of all days.
If I've offended you, forgive me. I will, of course, continue the journey without any further interruption.
Why does she want to see me?
I'm not sure, but she's asked for this meeting many times.
I'll see her. Victor,
Do you think that's wise?
I forbid it.
I will see the girl.
Interesting case.
Your most interesting, no doubt.
Not really. There's been a rash of grave robberies lately. Oh, forgive me, I've done it again. I'm not a very sensitive man.
Do you expect an argument on that point?
The wagon is side road. I will bring her myself. So may I use the garden?
What?
The garden. Is that available?
Sure.
Thank you.
The Inspector General is a lout.
He means well.
There is absolutely no reason for him to bring her here today.
He's only trying to do his duty.
Not duty.
Henry, what's come over you?
I'm upset. Forgive my outburst.
Shawty won't have any of us.
I don't think it's right for you to see this girl.
I want to see her.
Victor? And I'll give it to you.
Oh. You better lie down. Rest.
I'll try.
It's bad for you to see this girl today. Poor thing. She's an outrage. You know that. Her said so himself.
I was referring to Elizabeth. I know her so well. When no one's looking, she'll cry. Just like my mother. That's why she's gone to her room.
She's gone to her room to avoid seeing this Justine.
Did you notice Elizabeth standing at the graveside? Straight, strong. As if she were telling my dear mother that she was here to carry on to rest easy.
I've never seen you wax sentimental before.
First time I've ever felt sentimental.
You've taken all this remarkably well.
Have I?
Oh, my Lord.
Do you think because I haven't cried that I felt nothing?
I didn't mean to imply.
My unseen tears are angry feelings. Earth, life, death, stitched together without a seam. If that thing had never been born, my mother would still be with us right now. Henry, who is responsible? I am, Henry, I am.
What could have prompted her to go into the laboratory?
Curiosity, a desire to discover. We of all people should understand that. Can she ever forgive me?
I'm sure she does.
In the creature, the monster, the devil. You know what he thinks of? My pain? No. He thinks only of his bride. He tells me, the sooner she is finished, the sooner I am out of your life. Work faster to avoid future misfortune. Perhaps we should heed those words. He has no more feeling for my mother's death than I would for a dying flea. He's a thing of stone.
He's right, though. The sooner we get to work, the sooner all this is ended.
I wonder at you, Henry, more and more. From your honest scientific inquiries come a myriad of myself.
Say what you have to say and be quick about it.
I was afraid you wouldn't see me. You must believe me, Herr Frankenstein. No one else will. That is why I come here. I wanted to speak to your mother, but they tell me she too is dead. For that I am sorry again.
I am not here, Frankenstein. That is me.
No one will believe my story.
And if I did,
Do not make fun of me, sir.
I do not, I assure you.
There was a man, a terrible man with great stitches across his face. I screamed when I saw him. And he held out the cross. It was as if he wanted to give me something to stop my screaming.
Naturally, he said nothing.
No, nothing. Once I had the cross in my hand, he turned and ran into the woods.
Naturally, impulse to strike camp, flee to the city so you could sell your
Let her tell it in her own words, Inspector General.
I want no part of that
You
cross.
could have thrown the cross away.
No profit in that. Sorry.
You're certain he said nothing to you?
I am, sir.
You were not harmed in any way, that's correct?
Oh, then you still believe me?
No way.
The Lord knows how to play on your feelings. Yes, come along. Come along. You had your visit.
Wait! When will you be hanged?
I have only a few more days of life. There is no hope for me. The insides of jails and prisons are familiar to me, sir. I've known them as long as I can ever remember. I was born in a prison. My mother died in one.
Bad blood.
My son is as good as yours and better than most.
Mind your tongue.
I come here, sir, knowing that my life is to be a short one. But wicked as some may think I am, and I won't deny I've done some things I'm ashamed of, I have some decency. Before my Maker in heaven, and before you, Victor Frankenstein, I swear I am innocent. Look into my face, into my eyes, and into my soul. Tell me if what you see is murder.
Into your face, into your eyes, into your soul. What do I see? Yes, yes, murder. Murder!
No! You didn't throw it! I didn't kill anyone! You must believe me! I'm Penny! I am innocent! Innocent!
Are you all right? Here. Here you go.
You still don't see the ugliness of it? With the cruel shame? And now that we're all hanged because of a creature. She cried pity, asking for life. So did he. His words come back to haunt me.
My notes are almost complete. Let us move on, pushed on by the knowledge that some good may come of all this.
You'll let him go? Well, escape?
I trust his word. I have no reason not to believe him.
Knowing him to be destructive and wrathful?
Only because man has made him that way. Let them go and find whatever Eden will have them.
No.
What?
I said no.
What do you mean?
You've been living as I have, sensing his moods, his unspoken questions, always knowing that if he were ever to gain another hand, he wouldn't hesitate in using it. Listening at the door again.
Yes,
Did you hear the girl?
I remember her.
Now another will die because of you.
You had only to point to your laboratory door, and the girl would have gone free. I remained quiet. So did you.
When we have finished our work, we'll see what can be done with the girl.
What can be done?
I don't know. We'll think of something.
It's so easy, simple. We'll think of something, and if we don't,
I suggest we continue with our work.
No, I no longer have the strength. I would advise you to seek happiness and tranquility, Henry. Avoid ambition.
You have no right to say that. Just because you have been dashed in your hopes is no reason to think that another may not continue.
I will not continue.
I can make you so wretched that the light of day would be hateful to you.
You have already succeeded in that.
You are my creator, but I am your master.
Never.
Return to the laboratory.
No.
Continue the work.
Refuse.
You will not deny me my bride.
Did you hear it, Henry? The tone of those words. Oh, threatening, dangerous. Oh, he's sly and clever and quick. He can argue and stroke and persuade. But if the winds turn against him, how quickly the devil and the monster shines out.
Keep your vow. Create for me a bride. Shall each man find a wife for his bosom, and each priest have its maiden eye be alone? Are you to be happy while I grovel in despair?
How can I be happy? How can I be content with all the horror of misguided zeal stands before me, threatening evil. Both of them silent!
You can blast my other passion, but take care. Revenge will remain.
Victor, no! No! Victor! No! Victor, no!
Finished. Ended.
For this, you will pay even more.
Do not poison the air with your malice.
You will pay.
Leave me. Henry, too. Dead.
I go, Frankenstein, but remember, I shall be with you on your wedding night.
I shall be with you on your wedding night. On your wedding night.
Only you had confided in me earlier.
I was afraid.
What I would think?
And of what you would say. 1,000 other fears too. Most of all, you would judge me mad.
What a torture it must have been for you.
You never know.
Poor, poor darling.
Don't waste sympathy on me. Had I been content to search for the philosopher's stone or the elixir of life, I wouldn't make it be like this.
He really hates you so much. He wants to you on this night of all nights.
What better night to destroy his maker? I denied him his bride, and now he will deny me my life.
It will never come to pass.
I wish I could believe that.
You must. I believe it, and so must you.
I'm truly blessed. If only this horrid vision is returned to me, what clay?
Do you recall the ancient mariner?
Coleridge, we read it one summer.
Yes. Like one who on a lonely road doth walk in fear and dread, and having once turned round walks on, returns to love's net.
Because he knows a frightful fiend got close behind him tread. Ernst has the chateau surrounded.
In the same.
Perhaps.
They will see when he comes close to the house.
I hope so.
Victor, you must always trust him. Never keep anything from him.
If I live through this night.
Never, never say that again.
But you realize that if he does kill me, the creature will have succeeded in destroying the house of Frankenstein.
Well,
Do not, I assure you, Victor, the creature will not elude my net. I have a dozen men stationed around the chateau with shotguns that would bring down a charging rhinoceros.
you do not know him as I do. He's brilliant with his strategies.
I flatter myself that I, too, have considerable skills in that direction.
There is no danger then?
The minute the creature is spotted, the alarm will go up. After that, it's merely a matter of seconds before I bring the beast to his knees.
Perhaps he won't show up.
You consider that. For his sake, it would be better if he did. But from my own point of view, I think I would like that he does. It would give me considerable pleasure to either destroy him or to chain him to a wall of a madhouse or to an asylum for the criminally insane.
And the gypsy girl.
We have not released her as yet. No telling what story she would spread around. No need to alarm the citizenry.
But she will go free.
All in good time.
See, Victor, there's nothing to fear.
Stay in the house. Under no circumstances are you to venture outside. I must insist on that.
You have our word, Miss Doctor.
Can I get you anything, Ralph Frankenstein?
Oh, Frankenstein. Oh, that sounds... Mary Shelley. No, nothing. Oh, these are people that
Would you like some wine?
no, thank you.
I was thinking something quite terrible just then. Yet it may have ended for the better.
Thinking of Henry?
Yes. I don't think anything but death would have stopped his quest. I infected him as surely as if I had injected him with a strange and forbidden venom. Once he tasted what I savored, his doom was sealed. Odd that I have survived, but he is not.
Can't listen to any more of this. We will get through the night. Tomorrow we will make plans for travel. Things might be lovely this time of the year. Maybe Italy?
There are a few things I must do.
Wait,
And now, in the laboratory.
can't be serious.
I have many things to destroy. The lighting panels, the machinery, the generators, and these. Most of all, these. The notebooks and ledgers.
You must do it now?
You need more to come with me in the laboratory.
No, I will never go in there. I think I shall see this room forever. Wall it up or tear it out.
Sophie,
Yes, sir?
go into the garden and ask one of the men to stay here with my wife.
You want me to go out there?
I will be quite all right.
Sophie, who's that?
Yes, sir.
Please go up with the weapons. I will make some amends for my sins.
And it should be a private act. Do it quickly, Victor. Hurry back to me. Sophie! Sophie, come back, Sophie! Must get hold of myself. There's nothing to fear. Victor! 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 Who's there? What is it? Ernst, is it you?
Ralph Frankenstein. The policeman will be here any moment. I'll run the show.
No, Sophie, wait! Sophie, wait! Victor! Victor, open the door! Victor!
There is a better way to make Victor Frankenstein. You will die as my maker shall die in this place.
Victor, he's here! He's here!
I have never left this house, but have lived under the eaves of the abbot, waiting. Shall be with you on your wedding night.
Please spare us!
Your cries for mercy give me pleasure. For I think of the words of my bride, that I shall never hear. Do not die.
No!
Frankenstein
No,
must
Victor!
suffer.
Victor! No!
Frankenstein!
She was going to destroy it. You would let me live knowing what my life would be like. Oh, listen, forgive me.
I will be all right. All right.
His mind is as keen and bright and crafty as ever. I should have desperately planned.
It's over.
Here, drink this. Finish it. What?
They're after him.
Did you see him?
Only as he ran past the police. Who is he? Anyway, nobody will tell me a thing.
Which path did he take?
He ran toward the water, the lake.
Get some smelling salts.
Oh, I don't need them.
Not for you, for my wife.
Yes, sir. Right away.
shall never hear that sound in this house again. I have destroyed the records, the apparatus. All that remains is the memory. You'll be punished. Well,
He ran into the lake.
he's dead.
Nothing could have survived my fusillade.
Okay, but did you see him fall or go beneath the water?
I staggered in, mortally wounded. You can rest assured. Now, Victor, Elizabeth, creature is no more.
Thank you, Inspector.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to my men.
The work of my hands is finished. I have destroyed what I created. Full circle.
Come along.
I could almost feel compassion for him.
I do feel it.
You too?